And welcome to Living with Marcial. I don't know how good the connection is because I'm in a place that doesn't have really good connection and it's quite chilly. So I will say, how are y'all doing? John, what is going on? How is the connection? Are you able to hear me okay? I'm having some coffee. What is going on, bro? Qu'est-ce que passe? So, my friend White sent 8. Thank you. Good. Okay, so I know I'm being heard well. She had sent me some decants. So I got to smell 2 of the fragrances yesterday. And then today I said, let me smell 4 of the decants that she sent. And I'm going to pick them up at random. So, Unwanka, thank you. Hi, Unwanka. How are you? Latifa. You are taking care of sick people all day. Are sick people at home or sick people at work? How are you doing, by the way, during that time? Latifa, how are you feeling? So, I don't know if you guys follow Right Scent 8. But she really hooked me up. She sent me the 2 decants that I had smelled yesterday. And then today I'm going to try and smell 4. And I'm going to pick them at random. At home. Get out of here. So let me tell you. Elderberry and vitamin C. So the elderberry boosts your immune system. The vitamin C, you know, fights in the body, right? Exhausted long day, Latifa. Oh my goodness. But I'm glad you're here. You made it. You made it through the day. You beat the day. The day did not beat you. It cannot always be night. I realize that it sucks being the only one that's never sick as much as it sucks being the sick one. It does. It does. Because when you're the one that's the healthy one, guess what? Now everybody kind of expects you to take care of them. And you know, if you're a human being with a heart, you're gonna do it. So I feel you. But get everybody elderberry and vitamin C and give them 4 packs of the 1,000 milli whatever of vitamin C and 4 tablespoons of elderberry syrup. Give them that like every 4 hours, and it's going to boost their immune system. Trust me. And the other thing is doing the old school vapors where you get the towel and the boiled water and you do this. I do that almost every night because I cannot afford to be sick and I cannot afford to take any kind of sickness to my mom. You know what I mean? They did get the Rona test and it came back negative. That's good. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm like, listen, this is the season for colds. This is the season for regular flus. And this is the season for bugs. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, that's kind of just, you know what I mean? It's like, ¿qué vas a hacer? ¿Qué vas a hacer? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? You got to just kind of like deal with it. My niece got it. She works in a school, so she came out positive. But fortunately, my cousin came out negative. She is vaccinated, you know. But so far it's okay. Yeah, elderberry is where it's at. I'm telling you, elderberry is where it's at. So the first one I picked out is OUD People. Does anybody know about OUD People? OUD people are good people because good people are OUD people. I'm going to spray this one on the wrist. How's that? And see how that smells. Remember what Sarah McCartney says, let it dry before you... Ooh, but that smells good though. OUD People smells very good. It is very woody. I'm getting the OUD. Can I tell you what I'm also getting? Kind of like caramelly cashmere. It smells almost caramely. It has a sweetness, vanilla. It has a sweetness. But it also has a softness that might be caused by sandalwood or cashmere wood. Something is creating a very nice softness. and almost an edible. Oud People is good. Oud People is good. I'm going to give them a props. And let me tell you, it's strongly projecting. I don't know if you can see that shine there, but I really like it. I like it. Okay, so then the next one is Cherry Musk. Cherry Musk. Has anybody ever heard of Cherry Musk? I don't know who it's made by, so it's one of those things. It just says Oud People, and I don't have my other phone here with me to be able to Google it, but it smells really good. I honestly, as far as oud fragrances and friendly for other people go, I would give this a solid 48 out of 10. It's one that I would not be afraid to have as an introduction to oud. It's, you know how Trot Oud gives like a very gourmand energy? That's the kind of energy I'm getting from here, from Oud People. It's really good. And the next one is Cherry Musk. I don't know who makes it. Cherry Musk. Let me see. Again, let it dry. Oh, this one is just very bright. It's very bright. If it doesn't have neroli, I don't know what else it might have, because I got that brightness. Ooh. Okay, can I tell you something? I don't like cherry fragrances. This one I like, because it feels like it has a good balance with citruses that kind of... It's by Elemental Fragrance. Thank you, John! You're the best. You're the best. Okay, Elemental. So guys, Elemental's fragrance, Oud People, is good. It is good. Cherry Musk, I have to say it's a solid fragrance. I don't like cherry fragrances. I don't. If it says cherry, I tend to stay away from it. I would never have personally looked to test this one out. Although, can I tell you, I'm working to fix that, you know? So why don't I like cherry fragrances? You're not crazy about cherry either, right, Latifa? It's like I got turned off. I'm going to tell you when I tried the dark cherry amber from Banana Republic, it turned me off. But you know what Cherry Musk has said? Marcial, don't cancel all cherry fragrances. I like Lost Cherry. You like Lost Cherry? Oh, there's another one called Cherry on Top. So I screenshot that. I'm gonna see if I can get my hands on them. But you know what I think is that I like about it is the citrus and the fact that it has a large amount of musk. I think that might be what makes me like it. What is going on, my beautiful Alicia? Indecencia, Alicia. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo te sientes? It's too, for me, it's too medicinal in the fragrances that I've experienced. But this one, that musk and that cherry and that citric balance is just immediate. So I like it. I like it. Look at that. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Sandy's fragrance is in the house. Sandy, do you have any cherry fragrances? Have you made any cherry fragrances? If you have, put them up here and then I'll pin it. Well, I wouldn't base a note of a fragrance based off a crappy company like Banana Republic. Thank you for that education. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Thank you for that readjustment of my way of selecting fragrance. You're absolutely correct. It's not nice for me to base a note off of Banana Republic. Thank you. Nothing. You're just chilling there, Alicia. I love it. What's going on, Sandy? Yours is coming out soon. It's Fruits and Musk. Okay, so let me know when it comes out. Hopefully 2022, I'll be able to start making some new orders. Your house is one house that I'm definitely going to be purchasing from because my experience was really nice with you. So guys, Sandy's Fragrance, they're a fragrance house. They make bespoke fragrances, but they have their whole list. When I tell you, it's like going into a candy store. They have so many wonderful fragrances. Oh, I love you, John. Fragtastic Voyage. Can I tell you, the second I read your name, I was like, okay, this is someone that I love. This is someone after my own heart. And immediately I knew the reference. So now the next one is called Forbidden games. Forbidden games. If you are young enough to remember when the lambada became popular here in the United States, there was a part in the movie trailer where the person's dancing, right, doing the lambada, and then somebody says, "Oh, that's the forbidden dance." So that's what I think about when I see here. That's the forbidden games. Forbidden games. I don't even know what to expect from it. Forbidden games. There is no... I don't know what to expect. I don't know if they're trying to take it to a juicy fruity or if they're going to take it to some deep, sultry, ambric vanilla. We'll see. Oh, you're very welcome, Sandy. Sandy, you know I don't talk about a company or a fragrance if I don't believe in it and if I have no connection. Because I can't. You know what I mean? I can't fake a connection. We have a fruity, mild musk, sweet pineapple, a sweet watermelon, also good. A niche aroma. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you. So now we're going to see what forbidden games smell like. Do you guys have any idea what a fragrance called Forbidden Games might smell like? I really don't. I'm going from, like I said, you know, the citric fruity to the sultry vanillic. I don't know. We'll see. Drum roll, please. What exactly is a niche aroma? So, you know, I'll be honest with you. So that's a debate that some people have, and it's a conversation that a person might ask that question 100 times and have received 100 answers. Niche usually means that the materials that are used are high quality. So when you smell, and you can tell the difference, you know, right in this sense here, you can't fake it. I would think dark and dangerous. Okay. Dark and dangerous. We'll see. Maybe it will be dark and dangerous because it's forbidden games, so henceforth dark. And so when things are dark, it's usually incense, right? We'll see. Okay, we'll see. Mi primo llegó, Scotty. How are you? What's going on, Scott? So let's see. Let's see what forbidden games does. I'm gonna, oh, it's citric and green. The opening is citric and green. It's like, oh, wow. Oh my goodness, this is green. You know when it smelled like the forest. ¿Qué pasa, mi primo? So he says, Sandy says, niche aroma is smooth aroma, is soft and very soothing. And then John said, I would imagine going off the definition would be something not for everyone. Okay, very good. So there you go. I like that too, John. Oh, this one is interesting. This one, I will say, is a little challenging because I'm getting musk, I'm getting vetiver, I'm getting coriander, I'm getting lime and bergamot most, with a bit of magnolia and lavender. This one is challenging. This one is challenging. Forbidden games, maybe because of the mix that was used, was kind of unorthodox. Thank you. I'm trying to polish up the way you do with your nice sneakers and your haircut. I love your haircut, cousin. Yo, if you would have been here in the Bronx right after you would have gotten your haircut, cuz I would have been like, we're going to give you a new color. We're going to do something. It is. I'll be honest with you. It's challenging, but in a good way. Have you ever been challenged by someone that as soon as they started challenging you, you were like, oh, this person's going to step my game up. I'm going to face the challenge. That's the kind of challenging that this is from Forbidden Games. So far, I got to say that Right Scent 8 knows how to pick fragrances. Right Scent 8. I'm going to tag her, see if I can do that. Excuse me, cochino, I just burped, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can. Her, that's who it is, Right Scent 8, guys. I'm sure most of us are following her. If we're not, give her a follow. She's the one that sent me all these fragrances. And let me tell you something. She has picked winners. She has picked winners. I'm like, and mind you, I've never heard of these three. And now I'm going to random pick a fourth one. Oh, wait. Oh, so she sent me 2 forbidden games. Okay, so then this one is called Greenleigh. I know Greenleigh is from PDM, right? Greenleigh is from Perfume de Marly. I've never smelled Greenleigh. I've heard really good things about it. Oh, you know her Indecencia. Let me tell you, I knew she was good, but I didn't know she was this good. Like, wait a minute. Put some hot fragrance in it. Like, if you want to know what's good, like, she's good. Hey, Trill, how are you? How you doing? Our chocolate and spices is challenging a spice hot opening than chocolate and musk all the way. That's interesting. Thank you. I think I said I wanted to get your oud. What is it called? Oud dark or oud chocolate, something like that. Damn, glad I'm here. I want to know your thoughts on Greenleigh. Oh, you haven't tried it yet? Okay, so we're going to get ready to try it. Okay, John says he loves Greenleigh. And let me tell you, I trust John's nose a lot. You know something? Trill, I am excited about your chocolate mint chai. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. Like, when I say I'm ready for it, I'm ready for it. When you said you were working on it, I was like, it's not going to be, it's going to have to be on the side of chai. You know what I mean? I'm ready for it. Brown oud, that's the one I'm talking about. Yes, Sandy, that's the one. So let's do, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to freshen my nose. So they say the best thing to freshen your scent is not to introduce another scent. I easily could introduce a coffee, but they say fresh air is good. I think I might have to sample Greenleigh somewhere. Yes, Latifa, if you are, give it a go. But we're going to get Marcial's Blends fragrance first impressions, I guess, on Greenleigh by Parfums de Marly. Oh, my God. The audacity. The audacity. The audacious audacity. The recalcitrant level of disrespect. So Greenleigh is what you would expect a green fragrance from Parfums de Marly to smell like. Everything green down to what feels like fresh, well, if you have a regular, like a bush that, you know what I mean, and you ever took off the leaves, you know that fresh smell from taking out the leaves? That's what Greenleigh is giving me. If you've ever been able to manipulate fresh tea leaves before they are dried, that's what it's giving me. It's also giving me a little bit of, not even a little bit, it's actually giving me a good amount of no verbena. What's the other one? Vetiver. It's giving, but it's not honestly, it's not a horrible, harsh vetiver. This is a very polite vetiver. It may have mint, if not mint eucalyptus, but it has something minty. Or maybe the lavender leaf, I don't know. This one is really good. Okay, so I like it. I like it. Is this one super mass appealing, crisp, clean vetiver? Yes, that's the proper description for the vetiver that is used here. It's not difficult, it's not petulant, it's not disrespectful. It's a polite vetiver that gives you that crisp, clean, absolutely. This is good. So this one would honestly, from me, get a 28 out of 10, which is a 7.8. Why does it get a 7.8? Hi, Janine. Because this is a perfect green fragrance, and not everybody is able to smell that green because they would get some type of a allergic reaction, sneeze or whatever. But this is the kind that I would give as a gift. I would just give the explanation, hey, or ask them, hey, do you have allergies? Do you have hay fever? Do you know what I mean? That's how realistic this green is. I would say, do you have hay fevers? Do you have any allergies to anything like that? And if they did, then clearly I wouldn't give it to them. But this is gift worthy. This is definitely Marcial get it for himself and wear it a lot. And you know something? It's not a derby-esque kind of green. You know how the derby greens have the green scent, but they also have almost a fresh water energy. This one is not like that. This is purely green with, I want to say, I don't know, with citric. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Now, if I were to grade it as far as how I like it, not giftability, how I like it, it gets a 48 out of 10. It gets a 9.8 because I like it a lot. But as far as giftability, I wouldn't be able to just gift it to anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's nice. To me, it's an easy fragrance. Definitely something you can gift. Yeah, I do believe that. Something you said made me think about Taco Bell having a fragrance line. Trill, I'm gonna pin your comment, sir. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. And let me tell you, now that it's going to where it's going, I like it even more. So that gives me the impression, correct me if I'm wrong, those of you that have it and have used it, this macerates and gives you at least 3 to 4 different smells during the life of its fragrance, right? Greenleaf. So let's talk about the ones that I've smelled, right? So the first one that I smelled was OUD People, and it smells so good. It's, you know what I would say OUD People smells like? An oudgère. It smells like a oudgère. What I call a oudgère is a fougère that has oud, and OUD People smells like a oudgère. And then you have cherry musk, which is very nice. Now, cherry musk now smells almost like cherry tobacco. So I don't know if that's what they were talking about. Hi, how are you? ¿Cómo estás? Smells good. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Qué se cuenta? And after that one, we tried the Forbidden Games. Wow, Forbidden Games is floral. It's like floral, fruity floral now. Very interesting. Awesome. And Greenleaf. So if I had to pick of these are all heavy hitters. These are all awesome, okay? These 4 fragrances, right? Scent 8, thank you, okay? These are all awesome fragrances. None of them are low scoring. Right? Get them from Elemental, and let us know what you think, Latifa. But if I had to pick which is my favorite, it's actually a duel. They won. It's a duel. It would be between OUD People and Greenleaf. And if I was forced to pick between the two, If I was forced to pick between the two, I would have to go with OUD People. OUD People is more my personality by a tenth. But Greenleaf is just amazing. It projects more than OUD People. Oh, it smells so good. See, it's like they're both good. I'm OUD People and Greenleaf, same level. So let me know, Latifa. So guys, I have the book, The Keys by DJ Khaled. I love Latifah's reviews. Seriously, check them out. Hello, I am a fan of Latifah, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and thank you for the shout out. I got 3 new ones on the way. You have 3 new ones on the way. I cannot wait for your... Let me tell you, John, I'm happy you are reviewing again. I'm thankful that you are, because I enjoy your reviews. Your reviews are like, some of them are too long, but they're good too long. Like, I actually read them. I read them all the way. You know why I read them all the way? Because I feel like I'm going to miss, which if I didn't, I feel like I'm going to miss out on some tidbit if I don't read them all. So I can't wait for your reviews on the 3 ones. Do you want to tell us which ones are those 3? Thank you, Alicia. So, would you like me to read you some information from The Keys by DJ Khaled? Would you like to hear some motivational information that DJ Khaled wrote in his book, The Keys? I'd love to read you some information by DJ Khaled from The Keys. I think my filters aren't working. Oh, now they are. Why does this one want to work? That's the one that wanted to work. They want me to read you like I'm a grandpa. Y'all want me to read you something, my babies? I'm going to read you a little information. Miami and Manhattan from City Rhythm and Black Phantom. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? I'm going to tell you something. So Miami and Manhattan are wonderful fragrances. They are absolutely wonderful fragrances. Miami is this fruity, happy fragrance that just makes you feel like you're in Miami. And Manhattan, interestingly enough, is a very down the line unisex but masculine kind of fragrance that can be worn by anybody, but just smells so good and gives this wonderful, wonderful sillage and scent bubble. Oh, will I sing for you? Hello. I've been singing. I pretty much sing all the time. You'll hear me sing throughout the episode, my dear Mellow Fellow 7. Mellow Fellow, they call him Mellow Fellow, oh yeah, Mellow Fellow 7. You really enjoyed Miami and Manhattan, right? They're really good. Let me tell you something. Niles from City Rhythm nailed it. So now my thoughts on Black Phantom are this. I'm going to tell you something. Can I tell you something? I'm going to tell you something. So, Black Phantom was my first Killian fragrance, right? Mummy was my first Killian fragrance. And I absolutely loved what it did. It was what opened me to the genre of, why are the eyes so wonky? They're wonky because my real eyes are wonky. But it was what introduced me to the genre of the vanillic, woody fragrance. So it's almost like there's a inicio, I think it's Side Effects, that has that same woody vanillic effect. Your first killing was Back to Black. Back to Black. I think I tried that. There's a lady named Carla. She's a wonderful person. I don't know if she's still working at Bergdorf Goodman. I want to go and visit if she is still there. She was able to send me a few decants from the Killian, and Back to Black was one. Love and a few of the Love flankers, and I really enjoyed them. But Back to Black, Black Phantom, for me, has one of the best scent bubbles and sillages and duration on clothes. The reason why there is a little pause is because I like powerful. It's not powerful. It is the epitome of a strong, soft fragrance. Does that make sense, John? It's the epitome of a strong, soft fragrance. So I remember I sprayed it on my jacket, I had sprayed it on my skin, and I left it on my jacket. 3 days later, I walked by my jacket, and it still smells. It was still there on the clothes. And it gives you a wonderful scent bubble, wonderful sillage, but it is not a aggressive fragrance. I like aggressive. What's that thing that the people are, I don't want peace. I want something. Like, and they have the cats fighting. That's me. I want that power. Let me see. The T note in Manhattan elevates it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Side effects. So you know what I mean? So it's like that. So, for example, 14-Hour Dream by Juicebox gives you a stronger energy of that vanillic woodiness. Dark Night by Alexandria Fragrances, which is a clone of Black Phantom, gives you an even more wide range of sillage and scent bubble and projection, I feel like that's a good description for the performance of Back to Black. Okay, so then the performance of Back to Black will be the performance of Black Phantom, only that Black Phantom is the perfect vanillic, woody, gourmand scent. Now, in present years, gourmand has taken a thicker energy. Killian was one of the ones that was more along the more respectful gourmands, if you want to still call it that, because of the pralines and the things that it has, right? Yeah, Alicia says she loves aggressive fragrances too. That's me. I want to be able to leave a room and have the entire room still smell like me. You know what I mean? Black Phantom does it respectfully. So it's not a disrespectful, but I think you're going to be happy. So I can't wait to hear what your thoughts and what your nose feels about it. So yesterday I got to read from the second part, right? Which was We the Best. So now I'm going to read Stay Away from They. That's what it's called. Let me tell you guys something. Have you read from the book The Keys by DJ Khaled? When I tell you, it is a book that encourages, motivates. It really is a positive book, and it's one that I really like, and I enjoy reading it out loud also. All right, so that's the title of this chapter. Stay away from they. You hear me saying stay away from they all the time. But who are they? I'll tell you. They are the enemy. They want to keep the keys hidden and block you from the pathway of more success. And they want to see you fail. I've seen they out there, and I've seen their evil. It makes they, in quotations, happy when you don't prosper. And they laugh at your plans to make yourself better and get ahead. The person who wants to distract you from your studies or your career with their drama, that's a they. That's a big they. But there's a major key. As long as you stay away from they, you will prosper. People ask me how they become that way. I tell them, hate makes you they. Back in the day, I used to just call they haters. But I realized after a while that I had to change that word out of necessity. They are sneakier than that. They take all forms. For some, it will be immediately apparent that there's hate in their hearts. But others have a disguise. There's the type who will do everything in their power to befriend you. They will want to hug you and kiss you, meet your family, and become your friend. You've even got the kind who bring you thoughtful presents. But even if a they hid their true nature at the beginning, eventually you'll see their evil energy. The they vibe is a mess. You know that feeling in your gut when you meet someone who seems off? Young world, pay close attention to that feeling and trust your instincts. I love it when he says that. Young world. It doesn't matter how new or inexperienced you are, or how influential they are, or what they have that you don't. Don't get distracted by the gifts and affection, and don't ever think a they knows what's best for you. Yes, I agree with you. Haters can push you to greatness. Yes, they can. They can, as long as you're staying away from they. I'm blessed for a lot of reasons. You can see the blessings in my house, my family, my musical garden, and Florida. But an unseen blessing might be one of the most important. My memory. Anyone who's ever worked with me, and that's a lot of people, will tell you the same thing. I remember. I want this to be put in hold in a book in big letters. I remember, major key. So he made sure that in the book, they wrote it in bold letters, and they did. They tried to count me out. They told me I couldn't have a house on the ocean, that I couldn't have a garden filled with angels. They told me time and time again that whatever my goals were, I couldn't reach them. And I remember it all. 20 years of doubt and hate. If you're reading this and experiencing doubt and hate right now, just remember I've gone through all of it and triumphed. I've had they tell me to my face, that I wouldn't amount to anything. When I was working at the very bottom, nobody was trying to hear that I was going to be the biggest DJ in Miami and the world. Nobody thought a high school dropout would ever be a record label executive. Even later, when I wanted to make an album, I had so many people tell me I'd lost my mind. They all said, Khaled, you can't have a hip-hop album. You can't rap. But I found a way. Not only that, I make some of the biggest rap records in history. And now I got the keys, and they hate it. They hid the keys from me because they wanted to end me. They didn't want me to learn that if I worked hard and dreamed big, I'd win. This is exactly the lesson that I want to share with you. Don't let they ever tell you anything different. Now I'm going to stop there. What do you guys think about that book? This book it's a very easy read. You can tell. It's a very easy read. You know, if you're like a really fast reader, you could probably read this book in a day, 2 days, 3 days. It takes me weeks. It takes me weeks. Partly because I tend to like pause, make notes, and I also read like 3 or 4 books at once, as you can tell. So this book is really one that I'm enjoying reading. This will be the book that I'll be reading during our episodes of Living with Marcial for this week. Next week, I'm going to be reading probably from the Perfume Companion. I really enjoyed that book. I finally got a new copy for myself. What are you guys thinking about it? Thank you, Indecencia. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, so guys, I appreciate you joining me tonight for this wonderful episode of Living with Marcial. I don't take, like I say, and I mean it from the heart, I take none of you for granted. I really don't take any of you for granted. You know what I mean? You could be anywhere else, doing anything else, and you choose to be here with my antics and my singing and my reading and my smelling and my thinking. And I love you guys for it. So I will sing you out, and hopefully we'll see each other soon. Goodbye, my lovely fragrance blenders. I'll see Love you guys. Bye. Have an awesome night, okay?